Hello, Aries. Thank you for tuning in to Rose and Pearl Tarot. Let's do a spread for you, shall we? Let's pull some cards. Let's play some cards. Okay, this spread is going to be for the collective zodiac sign of Aries. If you've seen any of my other videos, if you watched, your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus, you'll know that I'm new to doing collective spreads, so I'm trying to just grow my intuition in a collective forum. So hopefully you'll find this helpful and find something that resonates with you. Obviously, this is not going to connect with every single Aries that watches this video. There are lots of great YouTube readers online. So, if this doesn't resonate, obviously go check something else out. But if it does, let me know, please, in the comments below. As I said, I'm trying to hone my intuition, and hopefully, eventually, my goal is to get to be able to do some live videos, because I think that would be really fun to do interactive live spreads. So what I'm going to do is, Aries, you are my last zodiac sign. To do this format, I'm going to do use these cards, the Fairy Angel Tarot cards. I'm going to use those to form the base of your spread, and then I'm going to clarify, probably with the Witch's Tarot and with the Thoth deck, and with some other maybe another deck or two, just whatever calls at the time that we're doing the spread. So I'm going to pull the base on relationship, on career, and on soul, spirit, ascension issues, just kind of like where you're at right now. And I'm going to be kind of quiet while I do it, so feel free to fast forward to where I'm done with all the cards. Okay, so this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, if you want to look at relationship. Okay, Spirit, thank you. Thank you for showing us what's most important for Aries to see right now. Let's do love and relationships. Aries, love and relationships, Spirit, please. Okay, Aries, let's take a look. Here we've got the Four of Spring, which is the Four of Wands, going into 16, which is the Tower in this deck. In every dice, well, it's the Tower basically. Into the World. Wow, two major arcanas. And the Seven of Cups. Okay. Then we've got the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, the Princess of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Wands, Ego, which is the devil, basically, devil energy, and the Four of Discs, Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Okay, so let me take a quick look here. All right, so I wanted to look at it from a little bit of a different perspective for you, Aries. What we've got here, let's see, let's take a look at relationships. We've got you going from the Four of Wands, so a lot of celebrations. Maybe you just got married. Maybe you just went to a wedding. Maybe you've just been hanging out with friends. So some of you just got married for sure. Or you moved in. Some of you have just been spending a lot of time socializing in a very, with family or close friends that feel like family, so like chosen family. And something's coming in right now that is shaking up your world, right? Something's shaking up what you thought was stable. Something's coming in to shake things up for you. But this is a good Tower because we've got it following. We've got the Tower, and then we've got it going into the world. And the world is a successful completion of a cycle. That you've done the work, you've done it successfully, and you're moving on to the next phase of your life. So let's get some clarifiers and see what we've got going on. If we could clarify, Spirit, what's going on with that Four of Wands? So a lot of cards here, too many cards. I'm going to ask again, Spirit, what's going on with the Four of Wands? And I got one of the same cards, Four of Cups. Okay, clarifier, please. Spirit, why the Four of Cups on the Four of Wands? Why the Four of Cups? The Page of Swords. Okay, so I think I'm getting this more as a you've been just out socializing, maybe dating. Nobody's really been right for you. Page of Swords is a lot of, do I like this person? Don't I like this person? Sometimes it's spying, or somebody's spying on you. Let's get a clarifier on that Tower, please. Maybe checking out your Insta, seeing what's going on. The Tower, we got Death, sign of Scorpio, if that means anything. In the Page of Cups again, sign of Scorpio. The page came out reversed. I don't generally do reversals, but I don't know why she's coming out reversed. I'm feeling like, and then the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. All right. I think that you found out that somebody that you were dating or somebody that you were interested in is in a relationship. And I think that kind of just, that's the shakeup that you found. And you know what, Aries, you're ending it with the World, which means that you're putting an end to it yourself. And you're saying, nah, that Four of Cups is, you know what, I have too much going on. I'm not going to put up with somebody that treats me. Yep, King of Swords. You're very clear about this. You're very level-headed. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not putting up with this. It could have been a Scorpio, Aries, that you're breaking up with. The High Priestess, you're listening to your intuition. High Priestess is independent. She doesn't need anybody. She's that self-sufficient energy. She listens to her intuition. She knows what's right. She doesn't need advice from anybody else. Yep. And you've got the Knight of Cups coming in. Something new's coming in for you. Yep. And King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You got a new relationship coming in, Aries, and it's because you did the right thing here. You got the World here in the future. You said no to this bad relationship. Maybe a younger version of you wouldn't have said no. Maybe a younger version of you would have put up with it, but not the new version of you. And now this advice card, the Seven of Cups, makes total sense to me. Debauch, that's the name on this card. This is an addiction card, a fantasy card, an illusion card. This is you cutting through any illusion of any fantasy, any self-denial of what that recent relationship that you were in was all about. You're not playing games, you're moving on. And because you are successfully closing out this chapter, something really good, something new is coming in for you. A really good, nice new relationship is coming in for you, Aries. So kudos to you. I love it. I love it, love it, love it when the cards show that somebody gets it in a relationship situation, and when somebody stands up for themselves and doesn't allow themselves to become a dish rag, basically. And that's what you've done for yourself, Aries. So kudos to you. Okay, let's take a look at career. We've got the High Priestess. So this again, the High Priestess, this is you being very self-sufficient. So career is good for you. Your money's good. You're good. You're also a leader. Maybe you're a teacher or you're a leader in your career. But you've got the High Priestess going into the Two of Cups in your career, and then going into the Princess of Cups. So for some of you, you may meet somebody new at work. For others of you, you may meet this new relationship at work. For others of you, this is really just a self-love. Two of Cups is often not necessarily about being in a relationship, but about being in a relationship with yourself. You can't fill somebody else's cup until your cup is filled. So this is about you taking the time as the High Priestess to fill your cup. And I think that your work is very satisfying, and this helps you with your self-esteem. This helps with your security. This helps with your sense of self-worth. And your job is emotionally fulfilling to you. Let's get some clarifiers on the career. Why the High Priestess? Spirit, what's going on with the High Priestess? The Fool. Yeah, this is you not suffering fools, you know what you're doing. You're not afraid to take new challenges. Yeah, look at you got the World again with the Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands, which so with the Three of Wands, with you looking at the future, because your ships are coming in, and the Seven of Wands is you defending your position, you standing up for yourself. So lots of times when we do well when we start to do well and set our boundaries and live and ascend in a higher, to a higher spiritual place, like we're vibrating higher, we know what our self-worth is. That pays us back, not just emotionally, but also tangibly with our careers. So it feels like it's all, because it's all connected. So that's where you're at right now. What's going on with the Two of Cups, Aries? What's going on with the Two of Cups for Aries, please? Why the Two of Cups in career? What's going on there? Okay, so you've got the Six of Cups. something that's very emotionally fulfilling for you, something that your career right now has you involved with something that that wow, I'm getting so many stories right now. It's so funny. Okay, so for some of you, you are definitely going to reconnect with somebody that you used to work with, and this person is going to help you advance in your career. And for some of you, it's just friendship. Some of you, there is potential for romance there with that King of Coins. But the King of Coins is definitely somebody who has a lot of patience. So this is a good work partner for you, or a new boss for you. You may be getting a promotion as well. So some of you may be getting a promotion. And some of you may be moving into a new department, or moving into a new job that puts you back with somebody that you used to work with. Okay, why the Princess of Cups? Why the Princess of Cups in career? Two of Discs. Why the Princess of Cups? And why the Two of Discs, Spirit? What's going on with career? The Ten of Discs. So money's good. Money's coming in for you, without a doubt. Princess of Cups is oftentimes about releasing any kind of jealousy, fear, releasing the sense that you need to compete. I think that you need to take that High Priestess energy, and know that you are good enough at work, that you are very good, that you're going to be doing really well. Things are shifting for you at work. You're going to be recognized. You're going to be compensated. Yeah, a lot of like healing, a lot of teamwork. The Sun in a work situation is a lot of teamwork. So this is a really nice new work situation that you're going to be in. I think that you may be involved with a Leo somehow at work as well. A lot of Sun energy coming in for you. Let's get a clarifier on that advice. That Eight of Swords, I think, that's a Eight of Swords. You got Eight of Swords in advice for your career. And I think that because you're so emotional about this new job prospect, or this position that you find yourself at work, you're playing head games with yourself, and you're telling yourself that you're not quite good enough, maybe, but you are. Let's get a clarifier on that. Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, please. Clarifier on the Eight of Swords at work. Why the Eight of Swords, Spirit? What's going on with that? Why the Eight of Swords for Aries? You got some kind of choice to make. The Lovers is a choice card. So maybe you're up in your head about something. You're trying to decide which direction to take at work. Or you're trying to decide whether to get involved in a relationship at work. Listen. You have free will. Don't ever do anything because a card reader told you to do it. But everything's looking good for you at work. So is this about a relationship, Spirit? Or is this just about a choice? Spirit, why the Lovers? What's with the Lovers? Eight of Swords again. So there's something going on that you're not seeing clearly. And we got the Three of Cups, which is a lot of celebration and partying. Okay, so this is a really new, this is a new solid opportunity for you. Okay, Ace of Discs, Three of Discs, Three of Swords. So we've got the two threes, third party. I'm getting here, Aries, if you're looking at a romance in the office, don't do it. It's not going to work out well for you. I would say to stay away because your career prospects are looking really good. But, again, as I said, free will. We all have free will. But, yeah, if you're thinking of having an affair at the office, it's probably not going to end well for you. Just stick to the job. Stick to the job at hand because money-wise, you're going to do really well. Okay, so I think you're fantasizing a little bit about somebody at work right now, but I would just focus on the actual work. You may be thinking about having an affair with a Leo or a fire sign, or an earth sign. But again, I'm thinking that you're not seeing things clearly, and you should not do it. Okay. In Spirit Soul Ascension issues, you're going from the Five of Wands, which is a lot of like inner conflict, fighting really with yourself, right? Kind of feeling at odds with yourself and with others. So maybe, we've had a lot of really the recent like horrible events that have happened here in the United States. Maybe this has caused, I know it's caused a lot of issues for a lot of family members, a lot of conflict. And maybe you find yourself in conflict with people in your family. And this has put you in a place where you feel just really trapped, unable to deal with, unable to speak, maybe, unable to really voice your opinion. Maybe people around you are placing a little too much importance on material possessions, and this is bothering you. The devil is about the material, feeling trapped. And I think that this is taking its toll on you. You're moving into a place, though, where you're going to have to put some emotional walls up, I think. You're going to have to fortify yourself, is basically the word I wanted to say. Kind of like build the fortress around your own belief system, because you... I think you're in a very sensitive place right now, Aries, and so you're going to need to take care of yourself, take care of your heart, and your advice is the Three of Cups. So I'm really getting from this that you need to remember that there's a lot of good out there, and there's a lot of bad, but there's also a lot of good, and a lot of people that really do think the way you do and support you and love you. And if you don't find yourself in that situation right now, that doesn't mean that that's how it is forever. Because you've got the Ace of Pentacles coming in, which is new friendships, new solid relationships, new foundation to life is coming in for you. So just keep that in mind. So where you're at right now is not permanent. Let's get clarifier on that Five of Wands, please. Clarifier on the Five of Wands for Aries. Although when it comes to the Spirit Soul Ascension, I generally don't need the clarifiers. Yep. Clarifier on the Devil energy, please. Clarifier on the Devil, please. Spirit. Yeah, Seven of Cups. You're really confused. Got the Seven of Cups up there again. All of this is just kind of like throwing you for a loop. Four of Pentacles. Again... which is this person there holding on to that pentacle. And sometimes it's like being stingy, but lots of times the meaning of the card can also be to just hold true to your values, hold on to the foundation that you've built for yourself. We're talking spiritually here, so know that you've built a solid foundation. You may be confused, but it's time to balance things out. It might also be time for you to open your heart. So for some of you, you've been really closed off, and now is the time to really open up. Yeah, for some of you, the Nine of Wands, you've been super defensive, really closed off, really standoffish. So for some of you, for those of you that have been that way, it's time for you to open up. Stop being so clinical. And start being a little more emotional. But balance is coming back in for you. It definitely is. Let's see. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Let's see. Let's pull one from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Let's see what advice does the Mystical Shaman Oracle have for Aries for the next week or two. You've got a lot going on, Aries. You got a lot to process, but overall, I'm very proud of you. You're sticking to your guns, both spiritually and tangibly. This recent relationship for you that you've put an end to, this could be connected to work. This could be all connected. Just remember that, you know, money looks good for you. Money looks okay. So you're ending this major cycle and you're moving into a new one. What advice does Spirit have for Aries? You know, I know this is funny when I do this, but I'm just not getting the vibe from that deck. So I'm going to switch over. I'm going to switch over to the Moonology Oracle deck. I'm getting more of a vibe from... I know, I crack myself up when I do that, but it's just like, I don't know. That deck's just not talking to me right now. All right, Aries, what have we got for you from Moonology? What advice does Spirit have for Aries the next week or two? Interesting. So quiet. Spirit's so quiet with Aries right now. Maybe my advice not to have the romance was, and the inter-office romance was pretty much it. What advice does Spirit have for Aries, please? Advice for Aries, please. Okay, we got the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Okay, so this is a time for you to communicate, Aries. Let's get the book and see what it says. This is a time when open communication is going to be important for you. Okay, Aries. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's this new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and to start over again. There's that Ace of Pentacles we were looking at. This card could also suggest that you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. And there's that Seven of Cups there. Just get out of the illusion and stop pretending about things that may not be there. All right, you've been too frivolous lately and you need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. So write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. These are additional meanings of the card. And it's time to tell someone how you feel. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. So daily meditations will help unscramble the crossed wires in your brain. All right, Aries, I hope that you found this helpful. And if you did, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Thanks.